Meanwhile, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey on defense as his social media site is accused of shadow banning conservatives. Moments ago, we spoke to a guest who claims they shadow banned him.
What makes you think you're shadow banned?
Well, I am. Right now, conservatives and Republican candidates are disproportionately affected by this limiting of their exposure. We want Twitter to fix it. We just want a level playing field so the best ideas can win.
Here to weigh in, Fox News contributor and Turning Point USA founder, Charlie Kirk. Charlie, welcome. So I'm not even going to debate whether conservatives are being shadow banned or censored on social media. I believe it, and I think there's enough evidence out there. My question to you, and you're a young guy, why aren't more conservatives, especially young people, inventing another platform? I mean, there's clearly a market for it. You speak to the president. If just one person, Donald Trump, left, that would probably hurt the bottom line for Twitter.
Totally. Look, the left is making their big move before the midterms. This is their great offensive to try to silence differing opinion. And make no mistake, it's not because the conservative voices are offensive. It's because they are effective. They are going after some of the most highly engaged, popular conservative voices out there that speak hard truths. Now, some would say controversial, but wait a second. Why are they not getting rid of voices like Louis Farrakhan or some of the ISIS-linked accounts? Instead, you see these tech giants collude together. You see Twitter, Facebook, and Apple and Google all in the same day delist conservative voices. And it's because they're afraid of the effectiveness of these conservative voices. We need to push back because it could be a huge, huge problem moving forward.
Well, you know what? And you are pushing back. But, Charlie, look at these, we heard about Diamond and Silk. We've heard about different people who have been, essentially shut down or throttled to where they get no traffic. If these social media giants are doing them, they're not doing it very well because everybody's onto them because they can chart it. They can look at a gauge and they can say, okay, I had 3 million yesterday and then I had 0. And it looks like I'm being silenced.
Right. And so, for example, Prager University shined a really important light on this just a couple weeks ago, where their reach went from a couple million to 0. And Leader McCarthy has been shining a very, very important light from a congressional side. But you make a great point. This is not good for business. They're going to disenfranchise half of America if they continue on this path. But the very bottom line is the left hates the idea that there are other ideas. And they control these public forums or these vehicles of conversation. They're going to use every piece of power and influence they can to try to suppress our voice, and we cannot stand for it.
Meanwhile, Charlie, you say that Trump is giving hope to young people. Explain.
Look, during the Obama years, we were complaining about youth unemployment being near 20%, student loan debt skyrocketing, and now we see the lowest youth unemployment in 50 years, wages going up. It's the best economy to be a recent college graduate. And thanks to the leadership of President Donald Trump, our generation has hope and optimism again, a lot different than that was promised under President Obama. But low taxes, less regulation, entrepreneurial friendly economy is very, very good for young people that are entering the workforce. And we should be thankful that we're able to live in this country at this time with this president has given the opportunity for our generation that was really, quite frankly, living in mediocrity under the previous administration.
So this generation is seeing the benefit of the Trump economy, you're saying. But, Charlie, do they realize it's Donald Trump and the Republicans who gave them a tax cut and have lessened the regulations? Or are they just young people and they're like, yeah, this is great?
Well, so look, it's going to be up to us to make the compelling argument for the midterms and, of course, into 2020 that it is this president that has turned the economy around for young people. And that's why you are seeing more opportunity and higher wages and more jobs. And look, it's really interesting. The left is trying to take credit for this. And they said, well, this is the guy that's going to crash the economy. You can't have it both ways. If you are going to blame him for a crashed economy, you got to give him credit for the booming one. And ever since he took office, you have seen unemployment go to record low levels for black unemployment, Hispanic unemployment, youth unemployment, woman unemployment. Wages are going up, GDP growth. The first time in this century that the GDP rate is higher than the unemployment rate. Think about that for a second. 4.1 GDP growth, 3.9% unemployment rate. Remarkable numbers, and it's only getting better from here.
You only hear it if you're watching Fox. I watch the other networks sometimes, and I tell you, you'll never hear it there. Anyway, Steve.
They have a lot of interesting other stuff to talk about. All right, Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA, thanks for joining us today from L.A.
You bet.
All right.
Thanks.